Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We've got more Asian Dota coming your way. The inaugural continues here. We've got a best of 3 series, and I won't be solo casting here. I will be joined by Roland. What's up, man? Are you ready? Yeah, there you go. That's hand gesture. I was like, you guys complaining that you weren't sure if Roland really existed. You saw a hand, and well, here you go. This is the actual Roland. This is our intern, and he's looking sharp today. So we've got Execration versus Scythe for this best of 3 series, and our draft is underway, and I think we can just hop on in. So, oh boy, oh good, our overlays are working nicely as well. Everything in good order. I will be slated to solo cast once again, guys. Get my ear to the drum for co-casters. I probably will have co-casters coming up in these next few days, but just got back from PAX and didn't have the time to schedule anything too early here. Now, Execration will ban out Lycan and the Naga Siren. Scythe will go ahead and ban out Bat Rider, as well as the Nature's Prophet. All 4 bans making a good bit of sense here. In particular, that Naga Siren. That is that signature miracle hero and just a smart ban from Execration. Now, they did start off with a first pick Invoker, and I can't say I'm surprised whatsoever. Invoker is actually the most played hero for both of these teams. So whoever had first pick, if Invoker is left in the pool, you better believe that all Invoky there are going to be picked up and put on to the field. Now, Scythe go ahead and grab themselves the Nyx Assassin and the Ancient Apparition with their first 2 picks. 2 heroes that you can't really argue with in our current meta. Nyx, that nice versatile off-laner / potential support. Beautiful flex pick to get things started. And their Ancient Apparition, well, does he really need an introduction? Ice Blast, Icy Vortex. I'm looking at Roland like he's going to say anything, but we've already turned off the camera, Roland. The thumbs up, they can't see it. You're going to have to speak up a little louder if you want to join me for this cast, pal. So, Ancient Apparition, not a surprise whatsoever. They're all dead. I really like that new intro we have. You know, when I first saw it, I was like, yeah, it's okay. It's not too bad, and it's really grown on me. Now I look forward to it. Every time I get to start a game and roll the, here, LD getting me hyped up. Got that 2-minute delay on stream. So if we have any audio issues, guys, feel free to let me know, and I'll keep my ear to the drum, my eyes on chat if there's any audio imbalance or any issue like that. Now, Execration will go ahead and second pick the Doom, which is a little bit interesting here. I'll be curious to see exactly how they lane it. Last game we saw the off-lane Doombringer, and it wasn't related to this series, but just as a point of reference. And well, a good first / second pick because he's just so darn flexible. He can play that position 1. He can even just start off in the jungle if he's in a pinch, and he can also play solo mid. So they're all dead. The co-caster is dead as well. That's a good one. Oh God, you guys making jokes in Twitch chat. I like it. I like the jokes. That's what it's all about here. We've got a Medusa cosplayer and a zombie co-caster. It's gonna be a fun series, Roland. Oh boy. So Invoker Doom, not a bad way to get this series started, and Execration will go ahead and ban out Puck as well as the Templar Assassin, 2 other heroes that Scythe do like to run, and well, it will be a Spectre and the Rasta Pasta Shadow Shaman banned out by Scythe with their next 2 bans. Rasta is that hero, kind of like the Ancient Apparition, flavor of the week, flavor of the month, flavor of the past few months, and especially on Dire side, he is particularly potent to take out those Roshans in a pretty timely manner, so not surprised to see Scythe take him out of the pool here. Though, they could have left him in and just gone ahead and third picked him here. We've seen that Ancient Apparition Rasta combo before, and they're just so darn good together. They complement each other's strengths as well as their weaknesses. You've got crowd control and burst damage from the Rasta. You've got the sustained damage from AA and all that utility he brings, and they're just a little match made in heaven there. And I will apologize now, ahead of time. I'm sure I will call Execration extinct at some point in this game if I haven't already. I know extinct is a player, not a team, but dyslexia and just Ziorisms. I think I've called them extinct to Roland at least 4 times in the last 30 minutes as we enjoyed our Egg McMuffins and made small talk about this series, so I'm sure it will happen. And, well, I'll just go ahead and apologize right now. Feel free to flame me for it, though. That's one that I should not mess up. It is Execration. It's also just a strange word. I don't use that in my daily vocabulary very often. Scythe will go ahead and third pick themselves a Rubik to go with their AA and Nyx Assassin, a great flexible support as well. Sort of similar to that Rasta when paired with the AA. Not quite as much utility, but still that hard disable with the telekinesis. And not a bad hero to have against an Invoker as well as a Doom, especially that Doom. You can steal the ultimate. Even Scorched Earth isn't too bad if you can grab it. Execration, taking their time though. Roland, predictions, third pick. What's Execration going to grab? Call it now. Give us two. Give us a probability here. Chen, well done, Roland. Thanks, man. Chen will be the third choice for Execration here. And, looking at statistics, do they play a lot of Chen? Is that a Execration hero? You're my SEA man right here. You're from SEA, so this is your turf. Yeah, I know. So okay, so interesting. So they don't really run Chen that frequently. And it's interesting to see Chen and Doom put together. I mean, what do you think position for this Doom? We're gonna see another offline Doom Invoker mid, safe lane Invoker Doom mid.
10 seconds remaining.
Offlane Doom, yeah, safe to say. Alright, I'm into it. It worked well last game. The nice thing about offlane Doom, he's sort of similar to that Bat Rider a little bit. Not in the way of impact, but in the way of you start off in the lane, and then things get a little slow, you struggle a little bit, just move into the jungle, maybe stack it up, get one of those Wild Wing Rippers, tornado some of those biddies down, you know, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. But with Chen in the field, that makes it a little bit difficult, so... Yeah, I kind of like Centaur as well. Hopefully Doom can at least get off to an okay start here. Now, Scythe have a pretty open-ended draft to get things going here. They're already locked into their supports. They're going to need a carry and a mid laner, presumably. Nyx Assassin, of course, the flex pick. Templar's been banned out here, boss. Yeah. No problem, dog. No problem. But yeah, TA would have been okay. Okay, they'll go with the Dragon Knight. So a nice tanky mid hero. And a nice stun as well. I like the DK here. Gives them a little bit of pushing power. Nice bit of crowd control. They are locking. They're not really lacking lockdown, actually. They've got the Nyx, the Rubik, and now the Dragon Knight. Fair bit of stuns and decent bit of damage and now some pushing power. So, not too shabby. Here we are. Execration, they'll counter with a Vengeful Spirit fourth pick to go with their Chen, Doom, and Invoker. So, even more pushing power. Execration are actually gearing up for a really scary push lineup, it looks like. Between the Venge Ori, you've got your Chen creeps, and hard to say what that Invoker will go for, but I reckon he might actually go an Exort build here and start knocking down some towers. Yeah.
5 seconds remaining.
Alright, for Execration? Alright, Roland thinks Execration is going Morphling or Anti-Mage. You heard it here first. We'll see if our intern has done his homework and lives up to his reputation as an SEA mastermind. The man behind the curtain. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. Pay only attention to the the beast outside of the curtain. Luna going to be the final ban coming out from Scythe, and the Bone Fletcher Clinks will be banned out by Execration here. Yeah, Luna not a bad ban. I could have seen a Luna pick here as well, but Morphling, he's pretty annoying with these kind of split push lineups, and well, Anti-Mage would be interesting. I mean, he can kind of synergize with this strategy if you want to knock down towers, get him a little bit of like an early boost in gold, and then Anti-Mage can really take off. But I don't know. I don't know if this will really be an AM game here, my friend. I'm skeptical. I don't know. We'll see. So Scythe, they need a carry of sorts here as well. Maybe they could grab the Morphling if they were so into it. No, they'll take a Tinker. All right, Tinky Winky. So, safe. How are they gonna lane this? This is a Tinker. Is it a tri-lane Tinker or a tri-lane Dragon Knight? Safe lane Tinker, aggro tri with the triple stun. DK mid. Okay, aggro tri. Yeah, I could see that. That could be interesting. Chilling touch with Rubik. Nyx Assassin doesn't work too well in that kind of chilling touch tri-lane, but they have so many stuns across those three heroes. You should be able to get a cold feet proc pretty easily, I think, across those three. Yeah, the Chen send back early on. Yeah. Interesting. I did not see that Tinker coming. That's a little bit of a curveball. Who's the Tinker player on Scythe? Paulison? Yeah, I'm not sure either. And who is Who's QWEP? Is he just mistagged here? Is that Chibi? No, Chibi's on the list. Who is that? Is that Hana? We've got Polis sign, the infinity sign is X Freedom. Obviously Miracle, Chibi. So that must be Hana.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, we'll check when we get into the game. So, interesting. And whoa, they go with the Faceless Void. That no-face motherfucker. Very interesting. So, alright, closer to the AM than I thought. But he does okay in these pushing strats as well, I suppose. It's not too shabby. Yeah, this is kind of odd. I mean, Invoker has some natural synergy with Void, with the Chronosphere, and then dropping some Meteors and some Deafening Blast and what have yous. See what? Oh, yeah, I saw that. So what is that rolling? They're drawing on the minimap over here.
For battle.
I don't know. All right, well, you've got a keen eye. I don't know what it is either, but we'll find out once this game gets rolling. So, here, let's see if we can just look this up real quick. All right, let's see here. Nope, marked as private. Jesus, no idea who it is. Well, we'll assume that it's Hana. Looks like we'll have a pause here. Hey, sorry. All right, no problem. Or key, sorry. Can't read. No problem, Mr. Miracle. Look at all. Look at these nice words. Oh boy. So yeah, we see some lines. Look like we are off to some early aggression here. Scythe, they're gonna get crazy. Can I open the console here real fast? No, I can't. Damn it. Since we formatted this computer, console doesn't open. I need to make my mini... You know, I made my minimap icons bigger. I finally took heed to the advice of our viewers to make them bigger, and now, when they're on regular size, I'm just like, I can't even see the minimap. It's such a crutch. Like, I'm used to the 900 size minimap dots now, and I can't get over it. Tinky Winky. This is fun, Roland. I know. This is why I got into this business. What a good bit of fun here. Look at this. See, I knew our intern had something to do this morning. It was help me cast. Roland literally ate 2 Egg McMuffin meals this morning at 5 a.m. and then his response was, "I'm still hungry." Roland is the human garbage disposal. You need to change your online handle. So, alright, let's get into this game here, though. Scythe will move into the jungle. They're looking for an invade, and I'm not sure they'll find anyone of interest. Fox is kind of nearby on this Chen, but they've got a very defensive positioning here. We see some pings coming out, and Execration will not fall for it. Sentry Ward goes down on the big camp. That will block one of Chen's spawns. More pings coming out. That's the Rubik pinging it out. Still holding on to his 2 observers. And there we go. He'll plop one in the trees here. That'll block this medium camp. And not scouted out straight away by Execration. So Chen will have his work cut out for him. Oh, and here we go. Ruby Tuesday. He comes down. He'll block this hard camp as well.
The battle begins.
So now the battle begins of counter warding. Where are the sentries? Do they have any? Vengeful Spirits got 2. They'll throw one down on the low ground. They'll find one. That's a hard camp that Chen will get back. That's great news. And I'm not sure if they'll be able to find this other one. Rubik grabs himself an illusion rune. What a great rune to get things started here. He's going to try and block these initial spawns, though I'm not sure his efforts will be successful. One of the illusions will get picked off. He'll take this one to this camp here, and he may still be able to block this hard camp. Yes, he will. What a stroke of luck for Scythe to get things going here. That really is the ideal rune you can grab with a Chen on the other team. Doom moving into the jungle. Will poke at X Freedom here, but just a little bit of harassing back and forth. No Stout Shield. Boots first for the off lane for Yui. Actually, and with that said, oh, he's going to block the high ground here. There's the telekinesis. He's going to get high ground, but the trees will break and he'll be able to move his way over. This is kind of an odd back and forth here we have near the Dire Ancients. Some blows will be exchanged, some tangos were used, and ultimately both sides will just back it on up. Now let's introduce our rosters. Here on the Radiant side, we've got Scythe, QWEP, I believe this is Hana, just mistagged, and oh, actually, we may see some engagement here. Nyx Assassin, already level 2, does have that Spike Carapace. There's the Magic Missile, but there won't be any follow-up, just harassing for now. In the mid lane, it will be Miracle playing on the solo Dragon Knight. We'll have Chibi playing on the support Ancient Apparition in the bottom lane. X Freedom tagged up as the Infinity Sign here in the bottom lane, playing on the Rubik. And Paulison playing on the Tinker. That's how you say it, right? Paulison? Paulison? Odd word. On the Dire side, we've got Team Execration. Yui going to be in the off-lane Doombringer. In the mid, it will be AA playing on the Invoker. That is Arbang? Was that his name was? It's one of them is his initials. Now I'm forgetting what it is. I just looked it up. Abang. Oh, yeah, Abang. Added an extra letter there. Playing on the solo mid invoker, we've got Fox with the extra X playing on the Chen here in the Dire Jungle. BG01 on the Vengeful Spirit, and Ninja Boogie will be on the position 1 Faceless Void. And oh boy, look at these Void cosmetics. This is what it's all about. The big claw. It looks like something out of District 9, you know, like the main character that gets his arm turned into the lobster. Oh, what a poor guy, looking like a prawn. So, Chen, he's on his way over, and they want to set up a gank on this Nyx Assassin nice and early. He's got himself a Centaur, and he's positioned pretty appropriately here. UWEP will poke forward, and they might be able to set up a kill. It's all about that Spike Carapace timing. And here you go. They'll go for it. Cancel cast the Impale. Connects with the War Stomp. There's the Magic Missile. Puts out the Spike Carapace, but there you go. There's the Time Walk forward. And QWEP, I don't think he should have survived this, but they'll let him get away. They don't pursue, and he just walks down to safety. So they pressure this Nyx, but not enough for a kill. He grabs himself his healing salve, just sitting on poor man's shield and plenty of tangos, and he'll just go right back to lane. Nyx doing pretty well in farm as well. He's racked up 8 last hits already and just about to hit level 4. He is in great shape. Now, Doom, on the other hand, he's just now hit level 2. He did find himself a Satyr Tormentor group, which is an absolute best-case scenario, I think. It's that Unholy Aura regeneration. But he's already had to abandon the offlane. And given that Chen has 1, 2 of the camps blocked, this is a little bit rough. Doom's in the jungle stealing his camps, and now Chen's only level 2. First gank unsuccessful. They need this one to work out. Miracle with a very aggressive position forward. Tornado to start it off. There's the Cold Snap. Magic Missile. Centaur trying to get in the right position. War Stomp. Will it come out? They don't even need it. That's a Satyr Tormentor from the Doom, and the Shockwave will be enough to secure the first blood. Great little burst of momentum here for Execration. And who better to grab that first blood than Yui on the Doombringer? Absolutely fabulous. And thought things might be a little scary for Execration to get things started, but they find that first blood and get a little bit of momentum going the way of their Invoker. Very nicely done. Void in pretty much free farm heaven up here. We see the Nyx Assassin grabbing a few last hits, but Ninja Boogie 25-2. He is by far our last hit leader in this game, and doing quite well. Tinker getting a little sloppy here with these last hits. He's not trailing by too many, but he is absolutely in free farm heaven. He is going March of the Machines build. No big surprise about that. In the jungle here, double damage out on the Doom. Chibi could be in a little bit of trouble. Will Doom be able to pursue? Hasn't enough mana for the Shockwave. How very unfortunate. Chibi survives, but whew, scary. Scary stuff. Yeah, what? Oh, yeah, here we go. So, Dragon Knight, he could be in some trouble. There's a Tornado. Rinse and repeat from last time. There's the Magic Missile to follow up. War Stomp. Easy peasy. That's a kill in the mid. And now Miracle. He's in a little bit of trouble. He is 16-1 in last hits. His CS was pretty solid, but now back-to-back deaths before the 5-minute mark. Not only has he died twice, but, well, Execration has found some kills on these much-needed kills on these supports. Chen now level 3. These successful ganks have really made up for this slow early game. Still 2 wards down that will not be countered, it looks like. But he's making the best of it, and this is just a value Centaur right here. He's out of mana and low on hit points, but with few spawns to go, he got that one creep that can really make the plays happen, and he has been able to capitalize. Now Invoker, with that little burst of momentum he's picked up, he's got himself some early phase boosts, went for that Null Talisman and holding on to more than enough tangos. Miracle, what's he got? Well, just sitting on brown boots as well as a bottle, and just about to hit level 6. So he still has some of those core items. At least he's got his bottle out, can still last hit with that Breathe Fire. We'll see if he can pick up that 6-minute rune. Ruby Tuesday here. This is X Freedom. He'll go ahead and put a ward down on the high ground, get a little bit of Vision of the Ancients if Execration do start stacking and try and do a little bit of Ancient play. I guess we'll avoid stacking Ancients is worthwhile, but more of a big deal for the Radiant side. Scythe have already started stacking for their Tinker. They've got a nice double stack here with the Ancient Black Dragon and the Granite Golem here. Miracle will come in and try and stack it once again, and his efforts will be successful, making good use of that Radiant side, and Tinker will be able to use that March of the Machine to his advantage. Now we'll see X Freedom in big doo-doo. That's just an easy kill coming out. Cold Snap makes it an easy kill, and Yui is the one to grab that last hit. So this Doom, who, again, he spent so much time just kind of wandering around, sharing the jungle with Chen, he's in great shape. He's now level 5. Nyx Assassin still about a level up on him, but Yui's found a fair bit of farm. He's got 9 last hits, and looking at net worth, he's actually ahead of the Nyx Assassin by a pretty fair margin. Compliments of these kills he's been able to pick up. Went for the early Basilius, has himself Boots of Speed, and I reckon this will just be that more utility-based Doom, probably a mech, Vlad's, Shiva's kind of build coming out, and
Dire's bottom
I'm not
tower
surprised.
is
It's
under
just so
attack.
darn potent, and when you get those early armor items, it makes Doom nice and tanky. He's got plenty of hit points, but to really up those effective hit points, you need that early armor, and that's where the Basilius Tranquil Boots, if that's the route he wants to go for, come in handy, though he may just go for the early mech or be looking for fast phase boots. Yeah, 7-minute BOTs coming out for Tinker is a bit scary for Execration. He's going to go straight into the Ancients here. Or, oh, no, he was thinking about it. Instead, he'll just head up top. But great time for BOTs. Does he have the Soul Ring already? No, he does not. So he'll still have to farm a little bit more before he can start just cruising around the map to his heart's content. But Tinker in great shape. Conversely, though, Execration did get about 7-minute Midas out on their Faceless Void. And he is the last hit leader as well as the net worth leader right now. So even though Tinker's doing quite well, the Void doing very well also. Let the farming madness begin. March of the Machines comes out, and Tinker going to be racking up those
Dire's
items.
middle tower is under
Down
attack.
bottom, we'll see an engage onto Chibi, and yeah, that was a tornado to start it off. Easy war stomp from Yui, and that will be another kill on the board. That'll make it 4-0. Execration taking this game by brute force. They've got themselves a 1,500 gold lead, but actually a small experience deficit going the way of the Radiant side. Fox will hang in, hold on to the middle lane, and Nyx will rotate in. He's now level 7. There's Miracle going Elder Dragon form. He's level 7 as well. And whoa, holy Toledo. Rubik will get picked off in the top lane by Ninja Boogie on that Faceless Void. It looks like an engage could break out, or engagement rather, could break out in the mid lane. About half damage done to that tier 1 tower, but Nyx Assassin will be forced to reveal his vendetta. And, well, they will repel this push. Invisibility Rune at the top position here at the 8-minute mark. And it will be picked up by none other than Miracle on the Dragon Knight. So that will make it 5-0 here. And now Ninja Boogie, his farm is looking great. He's got himself power treads and just going to be using that Hand of Midas to his heart's content. See here, Dragon Knight rotating back towards mid. He's now got his power treads up, and it looks like Invoker working for a quick Orchid. He will be going Quast Wex, obviously, and there's the Tornado into Cold Snap. Ultimate from the Doom, a War Stomp, and Dragon Knight will be hard-pressed to survive this one. We'll see some support coming in. Ancient Apparition connects with the Ultimate. Maybe they can grab a counter kill here. Doom getting very low. He may well shatter. Meanwhile, back in the mid, Invoker looking to dive this on Ancient Apparition. Throws out the EMP, taking a lot of tower shots. One more auto attack ought to do it. They'll secure that one. And Invoker will make it back to safety, at least for now. They've got a Sentry Ward down. They'll catch the Nyx. Beautiful War Stomp coming out of this Chen. The Impale off the mark. Oh no, it's a bloody disaster. BOT's in, coming from the Tinker. Some heat-seeking missiles. It just tickles the Holy Knight Chen. He's not the Holy Knight. He's Chen. He's the, what is Chen? What is he? I don't know. Holy Knight is Omni. What is he? I forget. He's Chen, the dude that rides the thing. Anyway, Chen survives. I lost my momentum there, but that was Omni is the Holy Knight, right? Omni Knight. Yeah, Omni Knight. Oh wait. Oh, he is the Omni Knight. Is Chen a Holy Knight? Chen's. Oh, I had it right. Oh, Suckleboosh, Roland. Oh boy, all over the place. Chen the Holy Knight and Omni Knight the. Omni Knight the Knight. What's his name? Badass the Omni Knight. Oh god. Anyway, Execration 8-0 here at the 10-minute mark. They are really in great shape. Doom just completely proving me wrong. He'll go for Arcane Boots, so even more support Doom than I had expected. But they can actually use some Arcane Boots, so it actually makes a lot of sense here. Chen will probably grab a pair eventually. Maybe Vengeful Spirit. Oh, meanwhile in the mid lane, Miracle. He's not surviving this one. That's an EMP. Maybe he will actually still have that Invisibility Rune. Pardon me, I spoke too soon. But a nice setup. They'll burn all of his mana. He's got a few bottle charges as well as 10 stick charges. So they could still potentially turn this around. Execration, throw down another Sentry Ward in the mid lane. And they will actually miss this potential counter ward here, but still having it down makes their life a lot easier when dealing with this Nyx Assassin. Doom just headed down to the bottom. He'll try and farm up a little bit. And Tinker here, he's just cruising all around. He'll get doomed right away. March of the Machine already out. And that was strange. He throws the ultimate, and then Doom just about faces and runs away. So Tinker will be inconvenienced here for just a moment, but he'll just BOT back to base, rearm it up, and continue doing what Tinker does best. Right now, just a single stack for them here. And oh yeah, we'll see a smoke from Execration, and it was smoked, you're right. This ward right here, great ward placement. They smoked right on top of it. And I doubt this will be successful. Maybe Scythe could even set the trap and try and turn this around. Vengeful Spirit leading the way. Centaur right behind. Paulison, uh-oh, he could be in some trouble. Throws down an Observer Ward. Up top, they'll engage on a Ninja Boogie. And that'll be an easy kill. Tinker grabs the last hit with a heat-seeking missile, but he would have shattered anyhow. He had the Ice Blast on him, and they will grab a much-needed kill on that Faceless Void. He's still the last hit leader, but no longer number one on net worth, actually. After clearing out those ancient stacks, Tinker has picked up a fair bit of momentum here, and we'll just start pressuring these lanes, being an irritant in the side of Execration. Doom pressuring the bottom tier 1 tower. Rubik hiding nearby in the trees. We see some pings coming out. Perhaps they'll try and set up a kill, or perhaps not. Perhaps not. It looks like Scythe will rotate towards the mid lane and repel this incoming push from Execration. About a 3,200 gold lead, 1,200, or pardon me, 2,200 experience lead for Execration. So they do have quite the sizable lead right now. Chen working towards the mech. Headdress on the way. Here we go. Yui initiated on down bottom. That's a telekinesis to start things off. EOT's in from the Tinker. Tornado flies, but not enough to save the Doom. Maybe they'll look for another bit of initiation. EMP off the mark. Chen taking some damage from the March of the Machine, and they will be forced to back out here. There is a numbers advantage for Scythe, and of course they've got the March of Machines as well. 2 Chen creeps will get cleaned up by the DK. That'll be a nice 200 gold bounty going his way. Very nicely done. Meanwhile, up top, Ninja Boogie could be initiated on once again. BOT's up. Nope, he'll just be able to scoot back to safety. He does have a Ring of Health sitting in the inventory. I wonder, is this going to be the epic farming Faceless Void build where he goes Hand of Midas just straight into Battle Fury? I have to imagine that's what he'll do. Not too much else of a reason he'd want to grab that early Ring of Health. I mean, Lincoln's or Vanguard or something, just not what you want to do with Void early on. Pretty much has to be a Battle Fury. Not a bad build, it just means Execration will have a little while before they really come online with that Faceless Void. Sipping some of that coffee here. Looks like we'll see a rotation towards the mid lane. Doom, level 8. Ultimate online, still holding on to that War Stomp. And Miracle, he'll get caught inside the Tornado. EMP, Cold Snap, Doom ultimate. And this poor Dragonite. They have put so much pressure onto Miracle. Meanwhile, up top, though, Ninja Boogie. He'll boogie on back, and he will juke the Ice Blast. And he survives the engage this time. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, tier 1 tower falls, and Rubik, he's playing with fire. He does survive to tell the tale. He makes it up to the high ground, but a close call. Venge was looking for that nether swap and just couldn't find it. This poor Dragonite, though, 1, 4, and 0 for Miracle at the 14-minute mark. They have just rotated on him so many times between the Chen coming in, Doom moving in. Oh, boy, that's now an Orchid up on the Invoker. Sitting level 11, he is scary. Gonna Ghost Walk as he ports down to the bottom lane. And they're looking for blood. Maybe they can grab a kill on none other than the Ancient Apparition. Chibi is tucked in the trees behind this tower. He will take heed to the advice of the mighty HYHY. And it looks like it'll be enough to keep him alive for now. Invoker just scouting around the jungle. And now with the Orchid up, he can find solo kills on pretty much, well, on any of the squishy supports. Obviously, he won't be able to kill the DK or anything like that, but utilizing Ghost Walk here, there will be a Vendetta Nyx Assassin. Sentry Ward down. He'll walk right into it. They know he's here. Ice Blast flies. Will clip the Doom. And look, they're trying to bait him in. They know exactly what's happening here. Beautiful War Stomp coming out. And there's the Tinker. He'll get Orchided, takes a Magic Missile. Vengeful Spirit very well may fall as Nyx Assassin comes in. And he certainly will. And they'll scoot forward looking for the Tinker. And they might be able to find him. There you go. That's a kill. Rubik, however, he steals himself the Chronosphere. He'll put it down. Buys them some time. Ninja Boogie taking heavy damage. Dragonite will have enough to finish off the Doom. And the Faceless Void falls as well. That's going to be a 1 for 3 going the way of Scythe. And they will pick up some momentum here. Great plays from the Rubik. Chen through the all-heal, but he is nowhere to be found. He's hanging out in the jungle, still trying to farm his mech. And he actually just now has it. So just not an ideal time for Execration to try and fight right there. Rather unfortunate how it ended up. They had such a good initiation with catching the War Stomp on the Vendetta Nyx, but unfortunately couldn't capitalize. And Scythe with a sign of life here. They pick up a little bit of momentum. They will grab that tier 1 tower kill down bottom. DK will lose all of his mana in the process, sips up that bottle, but they do get their first tower kill on the board, and that will tie up the tower count 1-1, as they did lose their tier 1 tower in the mid lane just a few moments ago. DK working towards his BKB. And does have the Ogre Club sitting in the inventory and about 1,400 gold to play around with. Grabs himself that invisibility rune, which spawned at the 16-minute mark. We've got a pretty even game on our hands here, Roland. And who would you say has the carry advantage? If this game goes late and it keeps on farming, we've got a Tinker and DK on one side, but a Faceless Void, Invoker, Doom on the other side. Yeah, I think you have to give it to Execration with kind of that tri-core lineup, but Scythe are not lacking in the carry department. And with a Tinker, oh, speaking of the Tinker, he'll get Orchided, and now he's big doo-doo. He'll take the War Stomp from the Doom, and Vengeful Spirit will just finish him off with a magic missile right to the face. BG-01 takes some tower shots, and, well, they will pour it in. It looks like they do want to defend this tower. QWEP. He needs to be a little careful here. Venge will get stunned, but he gets doomed, and this will just be a dead Nyx Assassin. Mech comes out from the Chen. That'll pick him up a little bit. He's got a Satyr as well as a Centaur Conqueror. They will press forward. Tornado will connect with 2, even the invisible DK. And now Ancient Apparition may be in some trouble. Rubik with a beautiful Chronosphere. That'll buy him some time, but not enough. Rubik will just get obliterated as soon as the Chronosphere falls. And now DK, he gets Cold Snap. He could be in some trouble here as well, trying to finish off this Invoker. They could maybe take him out. He will Ghost Walk. Of course, the tower is nearby, but no, they just get the kill on DK. And now Chibi, he's all alone. Doom will continue to chase him down. Tinker will BOT in. Will it be enough? The laser, phaser, blazer. Will it be enough? It will. Doom going to be forced to back out. Heat-seeking missile. Another laser coming out. Oh, Vengeful Spirit gets obliterated by those Heat Seekers. But still, an obvious victory for Execration there. They get the Tier 1 tower down bottom. They minimize their losses. Their Invoker stays alive, and that gold league going to jump into their favor. It's about 7,500 gold, 5,000 experience, and they are off to the races. Ol Invoker here, he's got 1,200 gold to play around with. And Ninja Boogie, he'll just go back to farm. And it is going to be the Hand of Midas into Battle Fury build. Perseverance, Broadsword, and I think he's got the rest of it on the Courier. He sure does. That's the Claymore. And now this farm of the Faceless Void will just skyrocket into oblivion. Up top, it is very greedy for sure. Ninja Boogie, he hops forward. Nyx Assassin was Vendetta, but he'll get left behind. Or will he? AA, he gets cleaned up. Can they finish off the Tinker? Ninja Boogie committing hard for it, and they'll pay for their greed. That'll be a 2-for-0 going the other way. Great teamwork from Scythe as they poured in, and they grabbed much-needed kills on the 2 big cores of Execration. Tinker ending the mega kill streak on Invoker. That's a nice 700 gold bounty going his way. And they'll slow down the Void farm just a little bit. So Tinker will take over his, or resume his slot as #1 on the net worth chart as they end that streak on the Invoker. Up top, Yui. He's got himself an ultimate. Yep, there's the drum popped as well. Nether swap. And oh, wow, Nether, or pardon me, a nice Spike Carapace. Still gets stunned, but does return some damage. AA ultimate will do a bit of damage here. The all heal comes out just in the nick of time, and they will deny the Nyx Assassin. Nicely done by the Rubik. They do manage to shatter the Doom. Ancient Apparition getting credit for that one. And Vengeful Spirit will make it back to the tower. Port coming in from the Invoker as he's respawned. And, oh, there we go. Rubik still using that Chronosphere. A couple of auto attacks coming out. That's pretty cool looking. AA, he's in some big trouble here. He gets telekinesed, lasered, and missiled, and, well, they secure some more kills. Scythe, just when I think they're starting to fall behind, they bring it back, and, well, they're still behind, but a huge sign of life here. They start to level out that gold graph, and experience just about zeroed out. They will pressure this top tier 1, and I think they should be able to secure this kill. Ancient Apparition, he's pretty darn close to that Ag Scepter already. With that tower down, he's only 1,000 gold away from that huge item pickup. And that's where Execration may find themselves struggling just a little bit here. Tinker, he's got himself a Blink Dagger as well as the Ultimate Orb. Looking for that Scythe device, of course. And his farm still continuing to impress. There's the Battle Fury up on Mr. Boogie. And what are we looking at in terms of stacks? No Ancient stacks on the Dire side, nor the Radiant. And at this point, both teams can really make good use of Ancient. So sort of sad to see Void with all these farming tools, but no stacks to move into the jungle here. It would have been so nice to see him with a couple of 4 or 5 stacks that he could clear up real quick. But uh-oh, Nyx Assassin. He'll walk right into a Sentry Ward. They'll hit him with the Centaur, Cold Snap, and everything else under the sun. Chen gets another kill up on the scoreboard there. And they will take out that Nyx Assassin. Very nicely done by Execration. That is one thing they've done very well this game, is put sentries in ideal locations. There's been multiple times where they baited out that Nyx, still a sentry down in the mid, and a sentry down here in this entryway. Every time they take fights, they are ready to deal with this Nyx Assassin, and it is really paying off. And wow, Chen will go ahead and grab a gem already here at the 21-minute mark. Looks like Execration will be serious about map control. And actually, there are very few wards down for our Radiant team right now. They are blind on the map right now. Oh, they've got 1 ward right here. That's it. Yep, Void could be in some trouble. Rubik did manage to steal Ghost Walk, so he's creeping around. You see an Ice Blast flying. Ninja Boogie. Oh, he'll just barely get out in time. But a close call. This lack of map vision is really going to hurt Scythe. We see while they're chasing around the Void in the jungle, the rest of Execration will just move straight into the Roche pit. A little bit of a risky play here. Not a lot of vision down for the Dire side as well. They've got one observer here in the middle of the jungle and then one in the mid lane. They don't have a lot of eyes on Team Scythe, but they will get away with it. Roche falls. Invoker will be the one to grab the Aegis, and they'll find themselves a little bit of a gold boost. That'll be a 5-man smoke, not scouted out by the Radiant side. And now the hunt is on. Who will they find? It's going to be Ruby Tuesday. They've got a gem. There's a telekinesis, or pardon me, a tornado into Cold Snap. And oh, wow, what an easy kill. Magic Missile to finish him off. Great news for Execration. They get a Roche and a free kill here. And now Doom working towards his BKB. I believe the DK now has his BKB up. Yeah, he sure does. So he's got that first core item there. Has himself the Haste Rune as well as an Illusion, which he was just able to bottle up. And now a Blink Dagger up on the Nyx Assassin. So they've got more initiation power. Also finally hitting level 11, so that's when Vendetta gets a little more scary, has a longer uptime, and he'll be cruising around. Now Void, what's he grabbing next? He's just going to go straight for the Black King bar. So farming tools into the BKB. Not a lot of huge DPS coming out from Void, but going more of a survivability-based build. Looks like we could see some initiation here. Doom gets stunned up by Miracle on that Dragon Knight. Illusion Rune popped. Elder Dragon form as well. The All Heal comes out from Chen. There's the Chronosphere from Boogie, but oh no! Gets hit by the Spike Carapace on the Nyx Assassin. They'll still secure the kill. A lot of low health heroes on Execration. There's the mech now coming out from Chen. Ultimate from Doom. Onto the DK. A few more auto attacks ought to do it. They will secure the deny. It's a 2-for-0 still. And it's not over yet. Chibi, not out of the clear. He will try and pour it out. Magic Missile to interrupt it. They'll have plenty of damage. That will be a 3-for-0 technically, but kind of a 2.5 as there was a deny coming out on the doomed target, who of course was the Dragon Knight. Still very nicely done by Execration. And again, they'll be rewarded for their map awareness and finding good initiation. Too much sustain, man. That all heal from Shen. Keeping his good buddy alive. Now they're going to utilize that gem. They will get a ward kill here. And now there are actually 0 wards on the map for the Radiant side. Literally 0. So Scythe, they're kind of cornered on their section of the map a little bit. Those heat-seeking missiles, they hurt. Yeah, slap that Invoker in the face, but he's got the Aegis. He's still A-okay. And nope, just Tornado in those March the Machines. I would really like to see this Radiant side stack up these Ancients a bit more. They are utilizing, these are actually Chen creeps here. They do have a double stack now, but with this Void going like this hard farming build, I think they need everything they can to keep this Tinker farming up on point. They're doing well so far, but I think they need to keep stacking these Ancients. That is the bread and butter of a farmed Tinker. Void actually pretty close to his BKB. He's got the Ogre Club in recipe. And about 1,500 gold, so not too far off that Mithril Hammer. Will be a 5-man smoke from Scythe, starting off in the mid lane, rotating into the Dire jungle, and their efforts won't be too successful here. Looks like Execration will group up about the top lane. They want to do a little bit of that 5-man dodo. They've got an Alpha Wolf here for a little bit of extra damage. And they will start to pressure this tier 1 tower, and this could actually backfire a little bit. Maybe Execration will get lucky after all. They'll come around the backside, and they're going to make a sandwich out of Scythe. They're going to trap him between the tower and their escape route. There's the Chilling Touch coming out. The blink forward from the Nyx will connect with a stun on the Chen. Ninja Boogie getting stunned up. Where's the Chrono? He'll get Hex now, and he's in big trouble. Doom will be the first to fall. Down goes the Faceless Void as well as the Chen. It's a complete massacre. They will get a couple of counter kills here. Right now it is looking to be a 4-for-1. And can AA make the escape? No, he'll Ghost Walk, but he gets dusted. And that will be a 5-for-1 exchange. This smoke wraparound more than successful. They'll burn the Aegis. They put down a Sentry Ward just in case he tries to Ghost Walk again. There's the Ice Wall, but sorry, Invoker, that's not happening. He didn't have the Ghost Walk cooldown anyhow. That will be a full 5-man wipe. 6-for-1 exchange. SEA Dota. Seriously, just as soon as it looks like Execration is starting to run away with it, Scythe respond with huge plays like that. And still a sizable little golden experience lead for Execration, just about 5k apiece, but what a convincing team fight. Now Dragon Knight going to pick himself up a Sant, whether it's a Halberd or an S&Y, still tanking up and getting a little bit more scary. We saw that Scythe of Ice from the Tinker showed off in full display there in that last fight, and certainly came in handy in locking down that Void. Void, however, will now have his BKB. So that same kind of engage won't be quite so easy next time. Ninja Boogie will have the magic immunity. Of course, they'll have to use it before he gets sheeped, but there's the big scary item pickup. Roland, Ancient Apparition with an Ag's Scepter, 26 minute in. minutes in, and also they did lose that gem, now sitting in the inventory of Ancient Apparition. So looks like Scythe will be able to grab a little bit of map control. Wow, that's a pretty solid farm for this Ancient Apparition. He is 4-3-8. He's been involved in 12 of the 15 kills Scythe have put onto the board, so I guess I shouldn't be too surprised that he's got a decent bit of farm. They have also knocked down 3 Tier 1 towers in the jungle. Nyx stalking the Chen, but off the mark with the Impale. Doesn't matter. Should still be able to secure this kill, or no! Void in the nick of time! He comes in with the Chronosphere. Now they'll try and turn it around. BKB pop. He's going to go ham on this Rubik, and Rubik will survive. Now he's just going to go for the Nyx Assassin. They will secure that kill. The 10-second BKB finally expiring. Now Ninja Boogie gets sheep. There's the stolen Chrono, and Rubik will buy his team some time. Ninja Boogie, he gets telekinesis, taking heavy damage here, but Invoker coming in. Beautiful Tornado. Paulison, he'll fall. Doom ultimate comes out onto the Dragon Knight, and they will grab some recovery kills here. This is going to be a team wipe going the other way. They'll certainly find this kill onto Miracle, and it will be a 4-0. It's a 5-0. They find Chibi. They get the gem back. What is this Dota rolling? 5-0 one way, 2 minutes later, a 5-0 going the other. See, Dota, you're exactly right, my friend. Execration regaining some momentum here. They get their gem back, and now they will knock down a Tier 2 tower here in the mid lane. It all started off with that whiffed stun from the Nyx Assassin, and he gets punished for that misplay. Execration just ready to rock and roll. Beautiful teamwork. The Void coming in just in the nick of time to keep the Chen alive. That allowed him to all heal, get out the mech, and then in comes the Invoker right as you think Ninja Boogie's going to die. There's that tempo controller, and speaking of tempo controlling, Nyx Assassin pulling out the fish, slapping him around a little bit. He's going to get thrown back to the well. There's still 4 dead. This is going to be high ground. That's a Tier 3 tower down. Racks are going to fall. There's no glyph available. The easiest racks Execration will find all game. GG! They'll tap out! Oh my Atlanta, I can't believe it, Roland. It was such an even game. And then all of a sudden they just throw it away. Beautiful teamwork from Execration, but I'm a little bit surprised they tapped out there. I mean, it wasn't looking good, but they might have had a chance. Wow, okay, all right, not going to question it. It is a best of 3 series, so Scythe just going to cut their losses, say, all right, we done fucked. We're going to reboot, reset a little bit, and we're going to make it happen. So, wow, what a game. What a game indeed. 15-27 in 28 minutes of gameplay. Execration will take the first game in this best of 3 series. Faceless Void successful, but I've got to say, that Invoker, man, he played one hell of a game. 11, 3, and 11. That's impressive. He was involved in 22 of their 27 kills. Oh boy, oh boy. So, well, we're going to have game 2 of this best of 3 series coming up, guys. Scythe versus Execration. We'll see if Scythe can take us into a game 3, or if Execration can just take a quick 2-0. A good first game to get things started. I am Zyori, sort of solo casting. Roland is nearby. He's not mic'd up, but he's giving me insight onto SEA Dota. And, well, we're going to have another game coming up in just a moment here, guys. Don't go anywhere. This series continues after this short break.